Thanks. It's a pleasure to be here to give an update on Columbus Gold. I've been in South America, French Guiana, for the last 6.5 years, and it's a pleasure to see familiar faces and coming back to Canada to run Columbus Gold. Today we'll be presenting our projects that were basically focused in the Guyana Shield. Mandatory disclaimer, of course. A bit about Columbus. Basically, we're focused in the emerging gold district of French Guiana, South America. French Guiana is an overseas department of France. It's part of the European Union. We use the euro. And right now, our principal asset in Columbus is a major interest in a mine development project called Montagne d'Or, which hosts 2.8 million ounces of reserves at 1.6 grams per ton gold average grade. And the Montagne d'Or project right now is under permitting. We're concurrently, Columbus, consolidating a portfolio of high quality gold exploration projects in French Guiana. We have commenced exploration programs on the newly acquired Maripa and OREA projects this year. So just very briefly, our capital structure. We have right now 171 million shares in circulation and fully diluted 186 million shares. And those are held pretty much 50-50 retail and institutional. We have three major shareholders that hold about 45% of the stock. There's a US fund out of New York that holds 24%. And between the mining companies, IM Gold and Norgold, they hold 20% interest in Columbus Gold, Norgold being our partner at Montagne d'Or. What we think is Guyana Shield is the next West Africa. It's two terrains that were joined, that were separated by the opening of the Atlantic Ocean. So right now there's geological continuity between the Guyana Shield and the West African Craton, the Birimian Belt. The greenstone belts of West Africa right now have mined and have in mine reserves over 250 million ounces of gold. In comparison, the Guyana Shield is largely underexplored for the same terrain. It has only seen about 25 years of exploration mine development. And right now, the greenstone belts in the Guyana Shield are quite large, and those are the most prospective belts for gold, and especially in French Guiana. So why French Guiana? Why did we choose to explore there? Well, we arrived there in 2010, and there was nobody in the district. Newmont came into the country right after us. So it's part of the European Union. It's got rising demographics and unemployment, being in South America. Right now, gold mining is a unique opportunity for French Guiana to fuel its economic growth and its population growth. There are world-class mines in production in neighboring Suriname, just not too far away. By example, the Rosebel mine operated by IM Gold is 15 million ounces in resource reserves in what was mined. And Newmont put into production the Miriam mine, 9 million ounces of reserves and resources in 2017, so very recently. French Guiana covers 35,000 square kilometers of prospective greenstone belt terrain. So what you see here is in the belts in the blue and the greens are the greenstone belts display in French Guiana. The mines in Suriname, Miriam, and Rosebel, the continuation of this belt here. All that's in the blues are the sedimentary basins, and the green are the volcanic belts of the greenstones. And right now, those sedimentary basins are perfect opportunities for exploration to find giant gold deposits such as Rosebel and Miriam on the French Guiana side. Also, the #1 and #2 gold producers have invested recently in French Guiana, both Newmont and Barrick with a joint venture with Reunion Gold. So we're not alone now. So Montagne d'Or, our main asset, our core asset, basically it is located in northwest French Guiana over here, about 180 kilometers away from the capital of Cayenne that sits on the eastern side. The capital is right over here. Compared to other projects in the Guyana Shield, whether it's Suriname or English Guyana, Montagne d'Or benefits from road access. There's a 125-kilometer laterite road from the town of Saint-Laurent-de-Maroni on the Maroni River down to the Montagne d'Or project. So it's a benefit to lower cost on development. The joint venture is between Columbus Gold, 45% interest, and our operator now, Norgold, 55% interest. Norgold has become operator of the project since the bankable feasibility study was completed and now operates the mine. Columbus is fully carried until all permits are in place and we start construction. So we don't have to spend anything on it this year for the next couple of years. So the project summary, very quickly, Montagne d'Or. It's a world-class volcanogenic gold deposit that holds M&I resources of 3.9 million ounces at an average grade of 1.4. Also included is our deeper inferred resources of 960,000 ounces at 1.5 grams per ton gold, and proven reserves are now proven and probable sit at 2.8 million ounces at 1.58. Of course, the bankable feasibility was completed in March 2017. It foresees an open pit mining situation of 240,000 ounces gold produced a year over the first 10 years of mine life at an average grade of 1.7, so very good gold grade. The all-in sustaining costs are $750 an ounce, which is very good, and it benefits from very straightforward metallurgy, recuperation of gold of 94%. By standard gravity and cyanidation. And of course, the highlight of Montagne d'Or is there's still 2 million ounces of in-pit resources that are not transformed into reserves yet. So there's considerable potential to increase the reserves, increase the economics of the deposit. So basically the timeline right now for Montagne d'Or is right now we're looking at 2018 was the first phase of permitting, basically the public consultation with the French government, which led to recommendations by the French state to do project improvements before we submit permits. So we're ongoing right now in 2019, 2020 to project improvements at a cost of right now a budget of $18 million. We foresee to apply for the permits in mid next year, in June of next year. And it's about an 18 to 24-month process to get all the permits in place from the French state. So very quickly on our exploration projects, the Maripa project is basically in eastern French Guiana, over here on the other side. It has basically, it's within the sedimentary, on the contact with the sedimentary basins, the main formations that host the Rosebell mine. So basically, we have an option to acquire 70%. It's on a paved highway. It's a 120-kilometer package. We're acquiring it from IM Gold. It's had past production, but it covers 20 kilometers of strike length of favorable contacts between volcanic and sedimentary units. Basically, the same geological setting as Rosebell, 15 million ounces. So that's why we acquired it. The geological setting close by where we have this contact. There's our 5 deposits that are partially defined by past work by Cambio and IM Gold, and with very stellar drill results. We're right now focused on the drone vein that we want to start drilling in November. And so some of the highlights of the deposited gold zones. And so I'm nearly out of time, so I'll skip very quickly to our the past exploration. Basically, it was explored by IM Gold. There's been 134 holes on the property, 9,000 meters, that define 5 broad gold zones that are partially defined. And the project was basically dead since 2008, so we're picking it up where IAMGOLD left it off. Right now, we're concentrated on the Philodrome prospect. It only tested by 10 holes and has the 2 best intercepts on the property, 4.3 grams over 36 meters, 2.5 grams over 25 meters. So that's the kind of grades and widths that we're looking for to develop some open pit resources. So we're going to be very aggressive on the drilling. That's only one zone, so we have 4 other zones we have to. So the Rea prospect very quickly was just acquired. It's very close to Rea. It's in the eastern part of French Guiana, about 30 kilometers away. It's accessed by a well-maintained forestry road that the local government maintains. So again, low-cost exploration, no helicopter job. So we have an exclusive right to acquire 100%. It actually covers the most oldest placer mining camp in French Guiana. It's been in production, placer mining, since 1855. And right now, its illegal miners are doing hard rock mining of very high-grade copper-gold veins. And we have an option to acquire the exploration permit that covers 50 square kilometers right in the heart of the deposit. So this is some of our early prospecting. We were very surprised. We were looking at the dumps from the local owner of the permit right now has set up a little mill. He has permit to take material off the dumps of illegal mines. Here's one of them, very large vein. And we found some very rich quartz veins with visible gold and copper, covellite mineralization. And so very early on, we were very impressed with it. So we basically did a full prospecting of the area before making a deal on it. And early prospecting, of course, resulted in some very high gold grade assays along what we had defined a 1.6 kilometer trend of gold veins that were pretty much unearthed by the illegal miners because there's very little outcrop. It's all laterite. And we got some very whopper gold grades up to 2% copper, as well as other prospects outside this deformation zone. We think it's a intrusive related system because there's a big circular anomaly here in topography and geophysics. So to conclude, since we are now carried to construction on Montagne d'Or, we will be spending money and developing our exploration projects, both Rea and Maripa. We have right now a $4 million budget that will lead us to the middle of 2020. That includes geophysical survey for additional data acquisition, as well as drilling programs on Maripa and Rea. So we'll be busy in the news flow on these projects in the next few months. And conclusion is, why invest in Columbus Gold? Well, French Guiana, we believe strongly that it offers exceptional opportunity for high potential discovery of large gold deposits in a stable jurisdiction, very similar to West Africa, but very early stage in that district, exploration-wise and mine development. Columbus management, we've been there since 2010. We have a proven track record in French Guiana and have key relationships locally and in Paris to push the projects forward. Montagne d'Or is a world-class asset in permitting with a proven mine builder, Nargold, that has 9 mines in operation, a 1 million ounce producer, and known to construct mines under budget and in time. And there's plenty upside with the resources in pit that we can convert to reserves. And our new exploration projects hopefully will drive the next news flow and increase the value of the company. Thank you very much.